Grace in chaos, calm in the storm, life in pieces, still hope is reborn. Staying sane while breaking chains, healing the hurt and dancing through flames. When you're feeling at a loss, remind yourself, find grace in chaos. Welcome. Hey, beautiful people, and welcome to the very first episode of Grace in Chaos. I'm your most chaotic host, Alexis. In this space, it's all about real healing, real faith, real motherhood, and most importantly, real chaos. I'm a single mama, a woman healing from trauma, and someone who's found God in some of the most darkest and surprisingly beautiful moments of my life. If you're here, I already know you're probably on a healing journey too, and I want you to know you're not alone. Today I'm opening up and getting real about my story, how I became a single mom, the pain I had to walk through, the pain I'm still walking through, and the healing I'm still working through every single day. This is me, unfiltered. So, I know I said that I'm a single mom, and I know y'all probably wanting to know, because y'all knows it, how I became a single mom. Well, that's okay, because officially, it's been 5 months for me. 5 months of navigating this new season. Learning how to breathe again without someone trying to suffocate my spirit. In the beginning, it was chaos. I was angry. I'm talking like Super Mario Smash Bros. Crash Bandicoot going crazy type of angry. Then came the grief. I was grieving the relationship, the family I thought we'd be, the dreams I had to bury. I was scared, y'all. I didn't, and some days I still don't know if I can do it. And honestly, a part of me don't and didn't want to. I think the hardest part is knowing we can't co-parent. Not because I don't want to, or not because I didn't want to, but because the relationship was just so toxic. He couldn't let me go without trying to make my life heal. And I realized if he couldn't have me, my kids wouldn't have a dad. And that honestly still hurts. I felt everything. Some days I still wake up and I feel everything. Ashamed, lost, stuck, angry. I was in 2 colleges, working full time, and suddenly raising 2 kids solo because someone who was supposed to choose us didn't. But the moment I knew I needed to heal was when I realized I had cried for a month straight, y'all. I knew I either needed to start healing or cry myself into dehydration. It wasn't no in between. That's just how much I found myself crying, just being so emotional in those moments. And again, still to this day, I wake up with different emotions because of my circumstances every day, but I keep pushing. I didn't plan to do this alone, and at first I didn't even think I could, but God had different plans for me, not just to survive but to grow. But we finna get into the trauma part of it. So let's talk about the trauma. Yes, there was a relationship that broke me. It was the one with my kid's father. 9 years. Y'all, 9 years of confusion, chaos, and pain. The red flags were there early. I'm talking about, it could have been 6 red flags over Georgia. The red flags was there and I didn't want to view them. They were not too much early on, but when I first got pregnant 6 years ago, that's when the abuse started. I should have left. I should have. And I knew I should have, but I stayed and I had another child. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why, but that's my truth. I'm brave enough to say I stayed. I didn't care. The cheating, the abuse, I stayed. I ignored the signs. And I suffered. Because I didn't look at the signs, because I didn't want to leave, I suffered. Am I healed? No. Not fully anyway. I'm still healing. I started therapy because I needed to understand. I needed to understand why I stayed so long. Why did I feel I had to convince someone to love me? And not only did I try to convince someone to love me, trauma bonds are real, y'all. Soul ties are real, y'all. And so in my healing journey now, I'm just recollecting the trauma that I went to, because sometimes you can go through so much trauma you don't even remember. And I found myself in a couple of my therapy sessions just like, dang, like, yeah, I was crazy. Like, yeah, hell yeah, that happened to me. But I don't remember because I'm conscious now. It's like you can be in such a toxic relationship or a toxic situation that you're unconscious. And now that I'm healing, I'm conscious. So things that I have already surpassed are now hurting. But in the midst of that, here's the twist. My relationship with God grew the most during that time. During my time of suffering in that relationship, during my time of the abuse, the cheating, the neglect, my relationship with God grew. It was like I just found myself in a drunken night of promises with God. It was just like, God, if you just get me out of this, I'll never go back. And he got me out every time. He got me out every time. Every time I told God, you get me out, I'm not going to go back. I promise. I'm going to leave him alone. I ain't going to deal with this. I know I'm better than that. Every time I got down on my knees, every time I went to church and went to the altar and told God, like, just get me out of the relationship. He got me out every time. And every time I ran back like he was just the last man on earth. I did. And this is my truth. I went back. But God was patient. And he's still patient with me. And when the abuse reached its highest level just 5 months ago, I knew God loved me enough to show me I was worth more. That relationship didn't serve me anymore. And honestly, it never did. Now, I am grateful. I am grateful for my children. I'm very grateful. I love to tell people that I personally feel like God reached up in the skies, grabbed 2 stars, gave them to me, and said, you keep them shining. I keep my stars shining. I love my daughters. But God showed me that I was worth more. I was worth more than what I went through. That relationship never served me. I realized I was so used to being broken that peace started to feel uncomfortable. And when I say peace started to feel uncomfortable, it's like I've been to a long time ago that I was worth more. And just trying to branch off and date, it's like I ran across some nice guys when I did break off and try to date. But it was so uncomfortable. And I thought it was uncomfortable because it's like, oh, well, you just text me what you're doing all day. Or you don't like the stuff that I like too much. Or you just work too much. I found an excuse and everything. And I didn't realize it was because I wasn't used to feeling peace. I was so uncomfortable at just a hint of peace. But the healing started when I stopped asking God, why me? And started asking God, what now? And when I started asking God, what now? It was, God, what now? What am I going to do as a single mama? Who am I going to relate to? What am I going to get out of this? What am I going to be? Where is my life going to take me? It's just like, where do you want me to go, God? It was like, what now? Okay, I started the healing, but what now? I started doing all of these things, God, that you want me to do. I'm out of the relationship and it still hurts. I'm out of the relationship and now I don't know what to do. I'm out of the relationship and now I had to quit one of the colleges that I was attending to. And I had to quit that full-time job because now I don't have anyone to go get my girls from school. It's like I started saying, what now? What now? And God just started, revealing things to me. Like, now you're able to wake up with a smile on your face. Now you're able to just breathe again. Now you're able to really realize what happened to you instead of throwing a band-aid over it and going back to a situation over and over again over him love bombing you, or over an apology, or over a short break. It's like I started immediately getting those answers that I really needed. And now I'm like, as a single mama, again, who do I relate to? I didn't come from a family of single mothers. So what does this look like for me? And I promise y'all, I heard God as plain as day say, this is for you. I need you to tell your story. I'm going to use you to tell your story. Your story can't look like no one else's story. It can't. I need your story to be unique. I need your story to reach someone who's going through the same thing. I need you to come out and let your story be a testimony. And y'all, from that moment on, I've been hitting the ground. I've been hitting the ground running. I don't know. I don't figure it out. I don't wake up and it's already figured out. I go days of I'm still crying. Some days I'm still mad. Some days I want to crash out. But I remember my what now. It's in that moment, it's God telling me, I got you. You don't gotta worry about the now. Just know that I got you. Whatever I tell you to do, Alexis, you do it. Whatever part of your story that I'm building for you to share, I want you to share it. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm finding grace in chaos. To the person that's listening right now, I don't know if you're crying in your car. I don't know if you're exhausted. I don't know if you feel like you're losing yourself. But if you are in your car crying, and if you are exhausted, and if you do feel like you're losing yourself, this space is for you. You are not broken. You are becoming. And you don't have to do it alone. If I could tell you one thing, it's run to God. Need him more than you need air. Let him fill the broken places no one else can reach. Let God be your source for anything. All the questions, all the hurt. Run to him. Please run to him. And you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to run to him. Please run to him and let him know, God, I want to be out of this. I want to be out of this. We have a God of forgiveness. We have an understanding God. We have a patient God. I just told y'all that I was sitting there going to church, laying on the altar, saying, God, get me out of this, get me out of this, get me out of this. And he would get me out of this. And when I say big doors would open, big doors would open. I'm talking about he would get me out of it and I would be out of it. And next thing I know, randomly, I get $1,000 deposit. And no lie, y'all, this has literally happened. Like, I prayed one time, got out of the relationship, and I want to say literally a week later, I'm just in the kitchen chilling, and I got an unexpected cash app. And it was over 1,000. But anyway, God will open doors. We have a patient God. God will open doors. We have a forgiving God. God will forgive you. We have a loving God. Run to him. There's nothing that he cannot do. His word literally says he is a God that does not lie, nor the Son of Man that he should take back anything that he said. If he promised you it's going to get good, and I'm talking to me too, he promised me that it's going to get good if I just stay away from what's hurting me and run to him. So if I could tell you again one thing, run to God. If you take nothing else from this episode, please take the advice to run to God and need him more. Need him more than you need air. Need him more than you need gas in your car. Need him more than you need money in your pockets. Need him more than you need social media followers or likes. Need him more than you need friends. Need him more than you need love from someone else. And watch how he filled those broken places that no one else can reach. One lesson that changed my life was that I needed to leave the first damn time. I needed to leave the first time. And that ties into disobedience. Disobedience of not leaving when I knew, not leaving when the red flags were there, not leaving before the kids, not leaving after the first child, just not leaving, being disobedient. That's one of the biggest lessons that changed my life. Leave the first time. I would say that now that I'm out of that relationship and I'm in this season of singleness, I find so much peace. But it's also scary. Peaceful because I'm finally getting back to me. Scary because I love this peace so much. I'm scared I'll never want to let anyone in again or love again. But it's so peaceful here. I have to tell myself, listen, you having fun, you finding yourself again, you doing what you love, but you do want to be a wife one day, okay? Let's not get it twisted. You're gonna have to peel up out of that singleness. You're gonna have to peel up out of there. You're gonna have to. And I'm just loving all of these things. I'm loving how God is showing up. I'm loving how I'm finally being able to find grace in the chaos of it all. I am so glad that you tuned in to get just a snippet of my story. I hope that my story has helped you. I hope that if you're in a situation and you're listening and you done seen a red flag, leave. If them red flags waving, leave now. So I need you to take away two things. We're leaving the first time. Y'all. Not only are we leaving the first time, we are what? We're running to God. So I want you guys to stay in your season of giving yourself grace. Stay in your season of healing. If this episode touched you, share it with someone you love. Next week, we're diving into those red flags we ignore and how to stop repeating toxic patterns, because we got to stop, y'all. We got to. Follow the podcast. Leave a review if you're feeling led. And most of all, keep showing up for you. May peace pull up slow, like a breath you forgot you were holding. May grace whisper your name, not like a sermon, but like it knows your story. May you walk lit, even when the light feel borrowed. You ain't alone. Let go. Let healing meet you where the chaos grows. Till next time, stay rooted in grace. This is Grace and Chaos.